The next part that we're going to go over in Menyhárt's system are the attacks. He has 4 types of attacks: simple or direct cuts, cutovers or coupes, thrusts, and feints. Each one of these has a separate section in his book, as well as several exercises to work either as a plastron lesson or as drills between students. They can be sped up or slowed down as necessary for the student's benefit. We will go over at least a few of each of them, as some of them are the same, and also, as we know that, I know that HEMA people can't read, but you should learn and buy the book. Simple or direct attacks. I'm not actually going to hit Clancy here. He's just standing kind of as a guide for you to understand where the attacks are targeted to. First off, of course, we have the preem cut. We do also have low preem cut, which goes the opposite way as the preem cut. Preem cut is vertical down. Low preem is vertical up. Menyhárt does not like low preem for any target other than the arm, because I will probably miss or hit him in the groin, which is probably not the most honorable thing to do in a duel. But if Clancy is in high tierce, assume the position of high tierce, and I go for a preem cut and he parries, I can low preem. Or if he comes for a preem cut and I parry and he retreats, I can low preem. I have a pretty good chance of being able to hit his arm and a pretty low chance of being able to hit anything else. The second cut from here, as Clancy's just going to stand there, is going to come up and rise from the other fencer's outside across their body. Tierce cut is going to go the opposite cut direction, going from the outside down, high to low. Quarte cut is a tierce cut on the inside, high to low, and Cercle is the second cut's cousin on the other side, going high from the low side. Menyhárt also has the cheek cut on either side, and the side cut, which is a horizontal cut done to the body instead of a diagonal one. The cheek cut, though, can either be horizontal or diagonal. It just is aimed at the face instead of at the top of the head or the body. That's basically the difference, but you can have a horizontal or diagonal cheek cut. Now, Clancy is going to go ahead and assume guard and high tierce here, and he's going to face the camera so that you can see what it looks like when the cuts are facing after you. So first will be the preem cut, and it is a vertical cut, high to low. Preem cut and recover. Good. Next is the low preem cut, a vertical cut, low to high. Low preem cut, recover. Now we have the second cut, a diagonal cut rising on your opponent's outside across their shoulder. Second cut and recover. Good. Next is the tierce cut, and it's going to cut down from the outside to the inside diagonally. Tierce cut and recover. Good. Quarte cut, same as the tierce cut, but on the other side. Quarte cut and recover. Cercle cut, same as the second cut, but on the inside going to the outside. And Cercle cut and recover. Now we have the named cuts, so we're going to have cheek cut on the outside. That's the inside, but that's okay. Now we're going to have cheek cut on the outside. Good. Now side cut on the inside. Excellent. You can go ahead and relax just a bit. So you can kind of see something very interesting here. So there are two very interesting things. One, as we've talked about before, Menyhárt doesn't like leg cuts. Two, if you do contrapoint, the cuts are the same except he is omitting the leg cuts. He uses the same arm cuts, but he tells you to cut, for example, tierce to the arm, seconde to the arm, cercle to the arm, or quarte to the arm, where in French we might say the high arm cut or the rising arm cut, falling or rising arm cuts from the inside or the outside. Also, the cuts are named after the parries that parry them. The parries aren't named after the cuts. So the cut that comes and is parried by the tierce parry is the tierce cut. Just some interesting things. Next, we're going to go over the drills that Menyhárt has for those simple cuts. Menyhárt has, again, as has been mentioned before, a set of drills or bouts or lessons to be done between either the fencing master and a student for classroom lessons or during class for the students to do with each other. Each of these drills is designed to help you parry, riposte, counter parry, and riposte. Now, the first one is very simple. We're going to go ahead, we're going to engage in high tierce. Clancy is going to go ahead and do a prime cut and lunge. Go ahead. I parry prime. As he recovers, I am going to prime cut and lunge, and he's going to counter parry riposte. So he's going to parry as I come in, and then he's going to riposte. We're going to do that essentially as long as we want. Menyhárt has 3 different groups of drills for the prime cut that are pretty much all of that. There is also this option here where Clancy is going to prime cut at me, I'm going to parry, and as he moves back, I'm going to do my low prime, and he is going to parry second. And then he's going to come back, parry prime, and I parry low prime, I parry and come back with low prime, and so on and so forth. Then we switch roles. This goes on for pretty much every cut and parry. Here's another example for second. And the proper second that Menyhárt likes is, of course, at the hip, right? So we're here in high tierce. Clancy's going to do a second cut, boom, and I am going to actually cut it and not have a bad day with my fingers cut off if I actually catch the parry, right? And then I'm going to, as he recovers, come back with my own, lower there, lower, 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 good. And then as I go back, he's going to go again. Boom, oh, little higher on the cut, there you go. And back and forth until you've done this with every cut and parry. For the cuts and parries that are parried with the same, for example, if he cuts cheek, I parry with a higher tierce parry. And then he recovers, and then he's going to cut side, I parry with a tierce parry. And then he recovers, and then he cuts tierce. That's quarte, other side. There we go. I also parry with a tierce parry. Now, because all of these have the same parry, Menyhárt has drills where you do the same cut back and forth. For example, here we're going to be in high tierce. Clancy's going to lunge cut tierce. Boom. I come back. He recovers. I lunge cut tierce. Tierce parry. Not just high tierce cut. There you go. And then so on and so forth, right? But sometimes he has it go like this. Clancy is going to go ahead and again come in and cut tierce. I am going to cut side. He is going to parry second. Woo. Or I am going to cut cheek. He's going to parry tierce. Or I'm going to cut side. He's going to parry tierce. All of these variations exist to get your students used to the different parries and ripostes. Menyhárt really likes the riposte. and done properly, he says it's pretty much the best thing you can do. Even later on, he will talk more about how he likes to riposte and bait things out with invitations in order to riposte to win.